All right, we ready?
Yeah, yeah.
Adam, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Nathan, you said hold on. I don't know if you.
Yeah, no, sorry, I'm ready. Yeah, go ahead.
It is the Unidentified podcast, episode number freaking 9. We're almost at double digits. If you count the first episode, which we didn't put a number on, we're at double digits, but we're not going to count that episode. Holy crap. Adam is back!
Yeah. Woohoo!
Adam!
Yeah.
We missed you.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Been away
God.
for a while working on other stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah. So excited. Apparently I'm hosting now, though. You realize how much better it is to not host, and now I'm doing it. God. Nathan's also here.
Yeah, I'm also here. Still here. Yeah.
I'm still Randy. That's my name. That's not. But I'm also a little Randy.
Still Randy.
If you know what I'm saying.
Sounds like an artist name. It's gonna whip out.
Still Randy. The artist formerly known as Randy. All right, so I guess we're gonna talk about games and stuff. Nathan, do you think you can get Steam reviews ready?
Oh no, I haven't. I got them ready.
Oh, you got them. Oh, holy crap! The triumphant return of Steam reviews. It's been a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting.
Get hyped, ladies and gentlemen.
Even though after the collusion, which was the last time we did it, that was horrible. Can't believe you guys totally. Yeah, you screwed me over.
Are you still mad over that?
I'm not mad. It's just the way it is.
Oh, okay. He's
all right. Since we haven't heard from him forever, we got to start with Adam. Adam, what's been going on?
Well, I was working on a video project with a friend of mine.
Tell me about it.
Sorted.
Tell me about it.
Can
you tell about it?
Fiverr, where it's tracking the lifespan of a €5 note as it passes from hand to hand and people to people, give a brief glimpse into their lives, and then it moves on again.
I gotta say, that sounds like really cool. Like a really, really very clever idea.
That's also. And what did you do on it? You helped edit it.
I helped everything.
Okay, cool.
More or less. the getting people involved, help with the camera equipment. I'm in it, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm the one who does a bunch load of cocaine.
That's
€5 note.
Yeah. You didn't. You're like, yeah. They went to you and said, "We're gonna get a stuntman for you for this part." No, don't worry, I got this.
Yeah. After the 5th take, my face was numb, so we had to take a break and go see some strippers.
Yeah, get it all out of your system and then come back.
Yeah, and then I'm back. I've been ticking away myself on other things, making videos once a week. Still managed somehow to keep that up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I've been watching them. They're good. Most of them. Some of them suck. No, I'm kidding.
That Just Cause 2 one.
I didn't watch that one yet.
That
was class.
That was very good.
Especially towards the end.
Yeah.
I realized it was only like a 3-minute video when I'd finished. I was like, oh, because the video is basically, this thing is fun in Just Cause, this thing is fun, this thing is fun. Okay. So now I just made a little kind of montage of sorts at the end. It's really cool.
Yeah, I really liked your Psychonauts one. That was good. Partly because I really like Psychonauts, and it's just a good way to visit. It also bums me out that nothing came of that Notch Tim Schafer meeting. Yeah. Of course, Notch could take the money out of his couch cushions and pay for the next Psychonauts at this point. Holy crap!
Yeah, true.
I'm a billionaire.
I'm currently writing Half-Life review and Legacy. Just Half-Life 1, not the series. Jesus.
Just Half-Life. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I initially thought of doing the series, but I thought that would be an hour-long video, and I would never. That's too much.
I'm interested because I don't know. I guess I don't necessarily know the legacy of Half-Life 1 other than Half-Life 2 and the game's proceeding.
It's still modded to this day.
Yeah.
A mod came out. The most recent mod that came out for it was the 10th of October.
Wow.
Of this year.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I remember there was one that came out last year. There was this crappy survival horror thing that I tried. I'm like, wow, this is bad. And then, but it became standalone.
Yeah.
But also free.
Cool things.
Yeah. It doesn't look that bad. The game still, it's not horrible.
Yeah, between that, there's little cool things. Speed runs, which are absurd to watch for the game. I mean, people completing it in 20 minutes, and it took me 11 hours.
I don't think I ever finished the first Half-Life. I got frustrated with near the end. It gets annoying. I don't think that game's perfect. It's good. I don't think it's perfect. You gonna throw down with me?
Of course, it's not perfect. No game is perfect.
Okay, I don't think it's as great as people think it is.
The latter part, when it changes everything up, that's some either like it or you don't.
I don't.
You change what you've been doing, and then you go into the Zen world. It's either this is really cool or this is horrible.
Yeah, no, it was bad. I didn't like it. It's still, I mean, I still appreciate it for what it did because it was the first really cinematic first-person shooter. But dang, those last couple hours or whatever, I didn't.
That last level where it's kind of a thing of it was meant as a closure. They've been in your world the entire time. You go into theirs and kick ass.
I know what they're going for. I just, yeah. Oh, whatever. Half-Life 1 is still a great game, whether or not, and there's no point discussing a 15-year-old game.
16. In fact,
16.
Its anniversary of 16 years ago to the day come this 8th of November.
I thought it was 99. I guess I'm... Oh, no. Right, because 98 is heralded as the greatest gaming year of all time.
That and 2004, and I think it's 2007 or 8.
Yeah, 2007, I think. Because Halo 3 came out that year, and something else came out, Orange Box.
Yeah.
Which had Portal in it. People really like that. I like it too, as a matter of fact. That first Portal game. So what else you been doing? You been playing stuff?
Playing a lot. 2007 was BioShock, Call of Duty 4, the first Assassin's Creed, Halo 3, Uncharted Drake's Fortune, Team Fortress 2,
Jesus Christ.
Portal.
Did Super Mario Galaxy come out that year?
No, that was definitely later.
I think Super Mario Galaxy 1 came out in 2007.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yeah, 2007 is the best year ever.
That's a pretty good year. I'll give it that.
Wow, that's insane. God, what a great year.
Let's go back then.
Oh, and Mass Effect 1.
Oh, man. That's... Yeah.
That game aged really well.
That game aged well or did not age well?
It did age well because I actually only played one, I think this year, and I was like, this still holds up really, really well.
But the problems that I had with that game back then still are problems today. But I mean, I'm the guy that likes Mass Effect 2 better.
Oh, you're the weird guy. Okay.
I don't know. I think everyone likes Mass Effect 2 better.
No,
I think there's a hardcore group that likes Mass Effect 1 better. But then most people are like, well, no, but Mass Effect 2, come on.
No, I like 1's story more because. Wait, I don't know. I like bits of 1 more than 2, but I can't remember exactly.
Oh yeah, me too. But overall, I just like Mass Effect 2 is a better game overall. Doesn't matter. So wait, we got off track. This has nothing to do.
Playing,
yes.
Right?
Obviously, Half-Life.
Right.
I also have been playing more Just Cause, even though I finished the video on it. Normally, when I finish a video on a game, I'm kind of exhausted by it,
but you went back
because I'd have to spend so much time playing it and capturing footage and replaying certain parts. I'm still playing it. I'll throw it on every couple of days and run around for a bit. And I also XCOM. My Sunday tradition is XCOM, beer, and the NFL.
All right,
because XCOM is perfect. NFL's got a ton of ads. During the ads, play XCOM. Ads are over, the game's playing. It's turn-based, doesn't matter.
Yeah, so you can
put the controller down.
Yeah.
Start drinking beer. What I do is I always stop playing once I start making bad decisions constantly. Because once I get about six
is
drinks
there like
deep,
a threshold drunkness?
8 cans.
You just cross the... Okay, 8 cans is where you have to draw the line and be like,
between
okay.
6 and 8, depends on what I've eaten that day. But normally it's when...
If you have a lot of carbs that day, you can absorb a little bit of it and get it...
It's normally like, oh, somebody died. Whatever. Oh, shit, 3 people died. Well, I guess I'm done XCOM for the day. I'll put it down. I'll continue watching NFL in full drunk mode. Yeah. But a really cool game I'm playing... Well, actually, not really cool. No.
It's okay.
You all know what it is. BioShock Infinite.
Oh, yeah, I do know what that is.
I went back and decided to platinum it.
Oh, no. Are you platinum journeying?
Yeah, recording the whole thing. I got about...
Oh, man.
7 hours recorded. I've completed the game. I've gotten every collectible. All that's left is to beat the game on 1999 mode, its hardest difficulty, where if you die you lose 100 credits, and if you don't have 100 credits, you go boot out to the main menu.
Yeah.
Although
sounds like not fun.
It isn't.
It's not game over because you didn't get to restart from the start of the chapter that you were currently on. And the chapters are pretty small, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just a bit of a pain. Like, oh, well, couldn't you just restart me?
So
without booting me to the main menu.
I famously liked. I go back and forth on it, but I famously originally liked BioShock Infinite better than The Last of Us, which is blasphemy in a lot of people's eyes.
I would
So
say about
going back to it,
BioShock Infinite's story is one of the most interesting stories I've ever played
in a game. I mean,
in a game.
you can't play a movie, so.
Wait, you press play on
one of the most interesting stories I feel like I've been a part of, because there's so many things that on my third playthrough I was picking up on. Like, first playthrough, most of the stuff goes completely over my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I'm going here and I'm doing this and I'm running over here. Oh, there's this girl and I must save her. As in, I don't really care about Elizabeth and I don't care about any of the characters in BioShock Infinite, like in The Last of Us. But the storyline about what people are doing, how things happened, what everything means, that is extremely interesting.
One thing that BioShock and all of them do this, but the audio logs, they drive me crazy, because if you miss them, you could potentially be missing a huge chunk of the story, an important part, and that sucks.
That was definitely the case in Infinite, because
yeah,
there's big
definitely some important stuff in there.
Yeah, as in the storyline of Infinite, my first playthrough, I was just like, Floating City, I just didn't. And then the big 25 minutes at the end of it, just wrapping everything up. Like, all right, that was something. Like, well, what happened? I don't know. It was nice, I suppose. And then playing through it on easy, doing all the collectibles, and part of the collectibles is collect all the audio logs. I was like, oh wow,
there you go.
Really? It's like the reason Comstock.
Spoilers.
Have you played? You finished Infinite. Nathan, you finished
Infinite. We both have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
but spoilers
for
the people that. That's yeah.
But the reason why Comstock sent Lutessa, the male version, to Booker to get the kid was because Comstock was sterile because of his using tears so often. He kept using.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That's in an audio log?
That's in an audio log.
Oh, that sucks.
That is bullshit.
That sucks. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's an audio log with the female Lutessa, because Lady Comstock was getting really angry.
And then she turned into a horrible boss battle.
She basically thought that, the child wasn't. She got really annoyed by Comstock not being able to have kids, and the hair and the air and the seed of the prophet, and then that she thought that Lutessa had given birth and just given it to Comstock, that it was Lutessa and Comstock's kind of bastard child, and she had to explain that Comstock is sterile and the child is from another tear. Also, a really cool thing, throughout the game you're in 1912, but you hear music from 1984 and 1950s.
Fortunate son.
You can pick up that during the audio logs that the reason why that is because I can't remember the man's name, but there's a musician, they call him the Mozart of Colombia, and that he's just hearing music through tears and writing it down.
I think I actually did. I think I did hear that one.
Yeah, and then just passing it off as his own.
Yeah, that's...
It's like Marty McFly right there. Just this guy goes back in time, hears his music. Oh wait, it's kind of reverse Marty McFly. Almanac.
Like the discovery that the city doesn't float. It's actually just a bunch of atoms that are held in place. It's just so many cool things.
But that sucks, though. It sucks that you have to find that stuff.
Well, not all of it is in audio logs. There's an awful
No, not all of it. But there are, I missed that thing about Comstock's sterility. I completely missed that. I don't remember that at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal. That's like the entire motivation of the character. And it's an optional thing. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I do remember. Yeah, go ahead.
No, there's just a bunch of stuff. Even on my third playthrough, when you get to the lighthouse at the very beginning of the game, and there's a note inside there from Comstock. It says he's on his way, don't let him get here. And there's like just C. And the reason why that person at the very beginning of the game, that man you meet in this chair, is just like covered in blood and dead, that was either a past version of Booker killing him or the Lutessa twins killing him. And then using him as an example. Getting
a little lost now, so it's been a while since... That game was already confusing. You add all that new stuff in there, and yeah, some stuff can clear it up, but then it by getting more information, you're answering some questions while opening up new ones. That game's crazy. I love that game. It's so crazy. The story is, regardless if it works 100% of the time, which I would argue it doesn't, but it's so ambitious. It's just going for it, and in a way that most stories don't. It doesn't have the emotional punch that something like The Last of Us does, or The Walking Dead even. But just what it's going for, the complexity of what it's trying to do is ballsy. Not a lot of games go for it these days, or ever.
I remember just when I finished the game, I was like, oh wow, that was a really good game, really good story. But like when I went back to play it on the really hard mode that Adam was just talking about, I just gave up. Like I just didn't want to play it anymore, because it's one of those things where it's like once you played it, that's it. That's the way I felt. But then after hearing this, like, oh yeah, once you go back and you see all these different kind of clues and stuff, I actually kind of regret trading it in, because now I'm like, oh well, if I had gone back and played it again, maybe on an easier difficulty and not get annoyed, I would have seen all this.
I have it on.
Play it on easy.
Steam.
And just take it all in. It's brilliant.
I noticed the big humdinger. I'm sure you guys have seen it before, but do you remember at the end of the game when you're being baptized? Or spoilers. Yeah, you get baptized.
So we're still talking about it.
So it turns out that the guy that baptized you is the same guy that baptizes you at the start of the game, and the reason why he doesn't recognize you is because he's blind. And I was like, I was like, whoa, I remember this guy. And then it's like he should recognize me, because I've seen him before.
Also,
it's one of those things.
At the very beginning of the game, he baptized you twice, and after the first time he says, "I don't know, brothers and sisters, this one doesn't look clean," and he pushed them down again.
Yeah, that was.
And the fact is, when your book comes out the other side, he says the preacher knows the difference between baptizing and drowning.
Yeah,
and then at the end of the game, he's drowning you.
That was good. Man, that was a great game. And then when you wake up, that whole imagery of like Ben Franklin with the giant, as an angel with a giant key, that was just nuts.
A lot of people are disappointed that the game went too crazy with the story, because a lot of people think that the religious stuff and the racist stuff in the beginning of the game was more interesting than what it turned out to be, and I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't know.
About halfway through, the game just makes a turn.
Well, about halfway through, all the stuff in the beginning, for the most part, like the racist stuff, doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
it's just these characters you're with, none of it. In fact, the whole game kind of doesn't matter by the ending. The ending basically says everything is useless because there's unlimited possibilities. What is happening here is happening elsewhere, just slightly different.
Well, that works as a video game analogy right there. It's like, oh yeah, someone else is playing this, because someone else is playing the game as well in an alternate dimension. As in,
that's why
it's weird. It gets this whole meta context to it.
When BioShock Infinite was announced, I was like, "This is stupid," because it just looked like BioShock 1 in new weird city. BioShock's hook was, "Oh, you're in the city that's in a spot that shouldn't be where there shouldn't be a city. It's underwater. Holy crap!" Now here's BioShock Infinite. Oh, by the way, there's a city floating in the air, and it's the same thing. And there's an evil guy, and there's a girl. And there's a thing that kind of looks like a Big Daddy but is flying, and I'm like, this is stupid. This is the exact same thing. And then I feel like the game is intentionally just saying like, no, screw you, I'm doing it right. Like it knows that it's copying it, and it does it in an effective way. It says, hey, look, this is why we're doing this again. We have a reason to do a similar formula, and it worked, and it got me.
That's why it's brilliant.
Yes, really.
The storyline is absolutely fascinating. It's a pity that, and even though it deliberately set it up as, this is just BioShock 1, but in the sky, But even at that very early stages, there's constant hints that this isn't what you think it is.
Yeah.
And then it's only on later on in your second playthrough you go, oh wow, wait, this thing. Even when you walk into, I think it's like one of the first areas, it's where we found one of the first Vox phones. It's very early in the game, and there's a statue of Lutessa, and if you actually turn to look at it, you might catch it doing it. But when you turn around the corner, the statue is slowly changing from the male to the female Lutessa.
Oh, that's freaky.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like
because Booker is now in this world, in a different dimension where it's the female Lutessa is the one that came up with Columbia.
Oh man, that game is so crazy. I really like that game. I need to play it. That's going to be one that I have to go back to.
But you'll only actually see that if you're coming around the corner and you look right. It's like you might not even see it. I didn't see it in my third playthrough.
But even if you do, you don't know what that means. Yeah, it's just like, oh, that's weird. And in the context of a video game, you could be just like, what is that, a glitch? You know, you might think to yourself, where it's like, is a later level seeking through? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Oh man, they could play. Yeah.
The the obvious examples of when they stop you and the twins ask you to flip a coin, and it's like, oh well, heads again. It's 120 odd times it's been heads. It's like, oh, this has happened 120 times. That he's come and he's died every single time he's tried to do this. They've ripped him from all these different dimensions, trying stock Comstock.
Yeah,
poor Booker.
And every single time, he's died.
I do love
that's
those.
The reason
hints.
why the twins are so jaded about the entire process.
Yeah,
they've done it 120 times.
Especially from the get go when you're just playing the game, and he's like, "Oh, why doesn't he row?" And then she says, "He doesn't row." And then the way she says it is kind of weird. It's like, "What do you mean? I don't row?" And it means that, like, for every single reality, Booker has never rowed a boat at the start of the game. So you just to hear it, you're like, whoa.
It's that then the male Lutessa says, no, he doesn't row. As in, no.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to say that he's oblivious to the entire thing. But there you go. As in... Stuff like that.
Yeah, BioShock Infinite. It's good.
One of the most interesting stories.
It is. Say what you will about it. Even if you don't think it works, even if you think the gameplay isn't that great, which, it's okay. It does its job. That it's just so ambitious. It's going for something that games don't, and you have to respect it for that.
I feel that if the game was maybe 2 hours longer.
Longer? The game was already kind of long, wasn't it?
Not really. Like, I think it's 10 to 12, depending on how much you
spend. I wasn't crazy about the ending as well, as in the last battle.
Yeah, it's just a 25-minute extended interactive cutscene. Whereas if that was spread out to over 2 hours of revelations...
Jesus Christ.
That might be too much.
I don't know.
I kind of wanted to explore Rapture again.
Yeah, I agree.
The moment when they pull you back in, we're still spoiling this game. If you have any intention to play this game, maybe don't listen to this. But if you're already listening to this, then you're screwed. But
I think it's I don't know, maybe when you're watching it or when you're more or less playing through the final 25 minutes, you're not really you're just like, oh, cool. Oh wait, what? Why? Oh, that's cool. But I don't. Okay, I guess we're finished. It's just, if it was more like this thing is a big deal and here's a moment, just take moments to digest it, and then now this is a big deal.
Yeah. It was probably one of the biggest games I've ever played where I would message my friends and be like, have you finished the game yet? And they'd say or no, and if they said yeah, I would immediately just go, okay, oh my god, what did you think?
We started going crazy. That's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah.
Like, we were all playing it, and I was the guy that was a little bit behind because I went on like a little mini vacation during spring break, and I came back and everyone had finished it, and they're like, so how far did you get in this? And I'm like, oh, I'm about right here. And they're like, oh, dude, you're right where it starts to get to start playing. Just start playing right now. Do not stop until you're done.
Yeah. I've read, like, I remember, I think it was like Ken Levine said, the game actually starts when you finish it. So he means, like, once you start talking about to other people, start engaging with new people and say, oh, hey, have you ever played BioShock Infinite? Oh, yeah, I have. And then you just start chatting away. I was like, yeah, that's actually really cool. It's a cool analogy to say, like, this game is just so big that you will find people to talk about, anywhere, which I definitely agree with.
And that's part of the fun, is trying to figure out that, just
definitely.
coming up with theories and stuff. It was,
yeah.
BioShock Infinite. Adam, anything else? What have you been playing? Still?
No, that's it. But playing on 1999 mode, tough.
Oh yeah.
Especially with a controller. I feel like I'm at a disadvantage without.
You shouldn't be using a controller. Wait, you're playing on PS3, right?
Yeah.
Well,
but
then...
I just think that this if you're playing on 99 mode, it should be on a PC, and it should be on like.
Well, I mean, if it's 1999, it would be on a PC. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but it should be
that
on
makes sense.
I just feel like I'm losing so much accuracy because I don't have a mouse.
You think about console shooters in 1999, GoldenEye, Turok. Like, those are the kind of shooters. And they didn't expect you to have the reflexes that they do now. So,
a really cool aspect of the combat, which I didn't realize until playing through it on this and trying to find out help, is that a lot of the battles you can just skip. A lot of the firefights, especially
if you
with
hit the
possession
checkpoint
vigor,
or whatever,
if you run in and you just possess a turret or something, everyone will turn at it and try and because it's firing right, they just turn straight at it. It gives you a brief window of opportunity where you can just keep sprinting right by.
There were a couple fight scenes that I skipped because
you can either skip, or if you just get to the elevator or the next area.
Yeah, if you hit the loading screen, it just cuts it off. So
the handymen, only one of them do you actually have to fight. The rest you can just run by.
Which one?
I think it's the one outside Chun-Li's place in the plaza.
Chun-Li?
Not Chun-Li.
that was in Adam's universe, right? Chun-Li was there.
I need to play 1999 mode if that's what's going on.
The one where the guy who made all the weapons.
Okay.
The Chinese.
Yeah, you're right. That's I thought that was a boss, and then they're just like, you're going to be fighting these guys.
Yeah, but the majority of them, like every out of the other 3 instances, you can just run by them.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I just because I watched it because I was thinking because I was stuck on an area near the very beginning. I was like, oh, it's so difficult. There's just bunch of enemies. I'm just cover shooting the whole time and taking my sweet time. It's like, you know what? If anyone's mastered this game, it's people who've done speed runs. So I looked up BioShock Infinite 1999 mode speed run, and that entire section, if you go the right route, you don't have to shoot a single bullet.
Weird.
I was like, what? It was he did in 90 seconds what had taken me an hour and a half.
Wait, so did you actually complete it in 1999 mode, or
no? I'm
where
like
are
in
you?
the first 6th. Maybe.
Oh, so you got a ways to go.
A long way to go. I'm thinking I'm just going to be playing, for an hour or 2 every day.
And
not even that. That's probably for an hour every day.
Are you even going to make progress? That hour could be you just dying.
No, now that I found this guy's speed run, I'm
just going to follow his speed. Cheater! Wait, are you gonna comment on that in the video then? Are you gonna be like,
no.
Oh,
well, behind the scenes,
you're gonna make yourself look as cool as possible. I thought about this strategy and I thought it would be the most effective.
Phony, big fat phony.
Because the one point in that game that is going to severely test me is the
Lady Comstock.
Oh god,
not the lady. That part for one, and then the other part, the the massive when you've got to take down the Zeppelins.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's after the Lady Comstock fight.
Yeah, those 2 instances, I've no doubt that they will be because you can't skip them. You have to face them.
The Lady Comstock fight made me want to die. I hated it so much. At least the other one is somewhat fun and interesting to look at. Lady Comstock fight was just stupid.
What? The one where you got the songbird.
Yes.
And you got to protect your Zeppelin.
Yes.
No, that's at the end. That's at the end.
That was a shite fight.
No, wait, hold on. I think you guys are confused.
You're talking about... Wait, are we talking about different...
Adam's talking about the last fight.
Very last big
right,
battle.
I know what you're talking about.
But you're on
horrible.
There's no Lady Comstock there.
No. I'm saying that I think the Lady Comstock fight is worse than that fight.
Yeah.
I'm saying no.
In terms of I did that last fight in 2 tries. I didn't have any trouble with it.
I just got annoyed by having to keep track of where everyone is.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Those are both really bad fights. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But the Lady Comstock fight, it took me... I actually lowered the difficulty, went on felt guilty about lowering the difficulty and went back and fought her again and beat her. But I was so freaking annoyed by that fight. It's not fun. It's the worst. And she revives guys that you kill, and so
and
freaking
you got
bad.
No ammo because you're killing guys.
Yeah, because you're killing the same freaking guys that don't drop ammo. Because oh my god, I don't know. That game sucks. I don't even know what we're talking about.
I definitely don't think Infinite had the same level of like cool enemies that BioShock 1 did, because BioShock 1 had
enemies other than Big Daddy are there in BioShock 1?
The Splicers, they were interesting enough, you know. They're
just generic,
but they're
enemies.
Just dudes.
Yeah, but I think they're a lot cooler, like different masks and stuff, and really different, you know.
The Houdini Splicer specifically was actually one that freaked me out, because I don't know if it's scripted or not, but when the Houdini Splicers first show up, and I was picking stuff up as you do in BioShock, and there's one behind me. It's like, hey there, and I turn around and he's just staring at me in the face, and he just disappears.
Yeah, that's scripted.
I don't know if that's scripted, but that freaked me the poop out.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, you go into the dentist office and you grab one of the things, and all of a sudden there's loads of steam. You're like, oh, what's going on? You turn around, he's just staring at you in the face. You're like, oh shit!
Yeah, he doesn't hit you. He's just screwing with you.
But yeah, when you compare those cool, kind of really messed up looking people with the New Year's Eve masks, and what are the enemies in Infinite, like guards and stuff like that, and then
more or less.
Yeah, you know,
they are also guys. Basically,
just guys. Just dudes.
Oh well, the fireman, they become just a guy. Even the Patriots become just things.
Yeah,
just guys.
They're just big, bulking guys.
Boss fights, guys.
Yeah. It's the enemy, you know, the combat isn't BioShock's never its strongest point.
In any BioShock.
Yeah.
It's not exclusive to this game. I wish that they were better at it, but
well, I like
the reason why I don't mind speedrunning the entire thing is because I know that Lady Comstock and the Songbird, those two fights, I'm gonna have
you 6 hours.
I'm gonna have hours of footage of me throwing controllers around the place. That's why I don't mind speedrunning the early parts.
No,
I'll just jump by it.
You changed my mind. I'll allow it.
Cheers. You allow me hours of anguish.
Yep. I will allow you to go through that suffering for me.
You're welcome.
Cheers. It's going to be a fun video to put back together.
All right, we got to move on from BioShock. We just spent like 20 minutes talking about it.
It's worth it.
Yeah, we'll probably talk about it again too, because this isn't the first time we've talked about it.
Because I'm going to eventually platinum it, and we're
there
going to talk about it
and
again.
then you're going to have more to talk about.
Yeah. Let me tell you how shit Lady Comstock is. Yeah, what a wench.
And I will agree with you, and then it'll just be us yelling at each other about how stupid that fight is. It's so bad. Nathan.
Hey, what's up?
A little birdie told me by the name of Nathan Hughes that you haven't played anything.
No, I haven't. Not
but do you have anything to talk about? Have you done anything?
Well,
You've lived.
I have lived. I've lived a life, Randy. So the week passed. I was on midterm break, so you know you get a week off.
That's like the best time to play games.
But I'll intercut right there. I had like a shit ton of assignments to do, so I was like, I gotta catch up. And yeah, I haven't really played anything too much. I tried. Actually, I did play a bit of the game, but I don't think it was significant enough to talk about. I went back and decided to play LA Noire, and I played it. I played it for 10 minutes, and then I said, "Okay, I don't want to play this." I'm just because what happened was I was playing the game, walking around, and the guy, what's his name, Cole Phelps. He picked up a carrot and just started looking at it. This is what I'm looking for. And I spent
a smarter man than me to connect this.
I must have spent a minute just twisting this carrot around, just looking at it, and then I just said, "What am I even doing?"
And then your controller vibrates when you get closer to the object.
The carrot starts shaking.
This side of the carrot is really.
Just pop it open. It reveals a mystery map. Oh, this is where he hid the bodies. Who would have thunk
LA
it?
Noire, I feel like is one cool concept around a crappy game.
Yeah. Okay. So, right, when you're playing the game, you know the whole truth, lie, and doubt. Yeah. Okay. The doubt is severely flawed, and I mean really badly flawed. So basically, doubt means lie, but I can't prove it because you don't have any evidence. So it literally goes like, okay, I know you were at this place at a certain hour, and then the person would say, no, I'm not. But since you can't really prove it because, I don't know, you've no witness or anything, you press
That's
doubt.
a doubt. The doubt would be the correct answer in that situation.
Yes.
However,
if
you have anything
oh my God,
that is remotely related to what they just said, it's a lie, and you have to pull it out of your inventory.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, it makes no freaking sense, or it's something so minor that there's no possible way that you could have connected that on your own. Yeah. It's really messed up.
That's one flaw right there. But the other flaw is the writing or the script or whatever for doubt. So when you say doubt, he flies off the handle and says, "No bullshit! Stop it lying to me!" It's like, whoa, calm down.
Cole, it's all right, dude.
I've seen multiple sketches on YouTube where it's just like he's like, I don't know,
it's great.
Press doubt. You son of a bitch! You're lying to me. I know it.
You say it's a flaw, but it's fantastic. It's incredible. He loses his mind for some reason. He gets so invested. He's like, "What are you little twat? What are you talking about?"
I want to play that game even more.
Yeah, it's so.
I don't know, because like I said, that game is a cool concept surrounded by garbage.
Yeah, it's
and the cool concept is flawed. Like we just said, it's messed up, but it's cool when it works.
It's really nice to look at. Very nice looking game. Cool
the
area.
Faces
I guess.
Are weird, but great.
Yeah,
they're actual faces. They're real people's faces on these digital models.
Cool. I haven't seen that used since. I don't think
because it cost them millions.
Yeah, and so the whole thing is that when you're trying to figure out if it's a lie or true or whatever, you just look at their face and then it kind of gives it away. Sometimes it's a bit really on the nose because they're kind of looking away.
It's way too obvious.
They're sticking their tongue out and going, "Oh no, what the me? Well, I didn't do nothing like that. What are you on about?"
What are you talking about? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. You stupid.
Did you press doubt?
Yes, I did.
I think if you view that game as a comedy.
Well, that's the thing though, is that the story gets so freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, it flies off the handle.
It's so
really
bad.
Fast.
So you could view it as a comedy and actually probably be a lot more entertaining.
I have LA Noire on my list of games to play.
I might. When are you gonna play this?
I won't ruin it for you. But the game,
I want to play it even more than ever.
Yeah,
so I can view it as, because I think it's again a cool concept. I like really treating it as a comedy.
That might be a good game to like do a video on just for fun. Do a drunken let's play of
but
LA Noire. That'd actually be,
and just edit out the bit where he's doubting and just have you yelling instead. Just dubbed over. What are you talking about?
Or just play the game and doubt everything just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Just every instance.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. When doubt's the wrong answer, he still rips her apart. Like, what are you talking? Even if they're telling the truth, even if they are very clearly telling the truth, if you hit doubt and it's wrong, he still yells at them.
See, the thing is, like, if this was like as realistic, quote unquote, as possible, if you press doubt for the whole game, you probably do better because I'm not accusing you of anything, but I'm not saying you didn't do it either.
I'm not.
That is a cop, right?
I'm saying I don't like your attitude.
It's very good, but I just the game, like, Adam, I won't spoil it for you, but the game does take a turn where it just goes,
it's so ridiculous.
I don't really like this at all now because Anyways, there's this one stage I remember now where it's like you're investigating a body on the train tracks and you find lipstick and it's on her chest, like it's the lipstick container, vial, whatever.
Yeah,
is on her chest, as in it's just resting there, and then you pick it up and it's like, wait, what's this doing here? Surely it'd be in her pocket or something, And then it turns out that like this train worker like came over and like put lipstick on her and started making out with her.
Yeah.
Like a freaking dead body, and just like, why not? So then I kind of like,
excuse me, did you make out with this dead body?
Gosh, me, sir? No, sir.
Doubt. What are you talking about? Yes, you did. Of course you did.
Oh, God. Yeah, that game is like, it's very dark. Really dark.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of creepy shit.
They're boobies. They're dead boobies. Like visible dead boobies.
Dead bush, too. There you go.
Oh, yeah, there's some dead bush. There's at least one dead bush.
Yeah. You've got cases with like pedophilia and
pedophilia.
Pedophilia. What? Hey.
Do you say pedophilia?
Yeah, with pedophile.
Ireland?
Yeah.
Holy crap! I don't like that at all. That makes it sound worse. I don't know why. It kind of sounds like you're against PETA, the organization.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but we said pedo. So not pita.
Pedo.
We say pita then.
But you say it fast enough, it sounds like pita.
Okay.
Pedophile.
Fine. Anyways, yeah, the game's gross and dark, but it's.
You should play it, Adam.
Yeah, Adam, you're gonna have a ball with it. Enjoy.
I will.
Yeah,
I'll
have some fun.
treat it as a comedy.
Please download
It is a comedy.
Get the DLC with the whole weed scandal. Where it's just like at one stage you can literally just pick up a weed leaf and twist it and turn it. This isn't what I'm looking for.
Wait,
I'm gonna keep
what?
this anyways. Yeah. There's like a investigation. It's called Reefer Madness, and it's just it's all about like investigating drug deals, and the drugs are marijuana. And like one stage he picks up a hash leaf and starts twisting it. It's like
No kidding.
This isn't what I'm looking for. But
I definitely didn't play that.
I'm gonna pocket this for later, anyways.
I need to take this for evidence.
Oh, this is
Just smells.
This
it.
isn't related to the case.
Sweet evidence. So yeah.
Anything else, Nathan?
No, I've only I attempted to play it for like 5 minutes and said, after examining a car for so long.
No, we got some good laughs out of that.
Yeah, there you go.
More desperate than ever to play Noire. How much is that on Amazon?
Sure, it's cheap enough. I got that. I can remember getting
sure
that for my birthday. I was really excited about it, but yeah, it wasn't.
I mean, on Steam, if you wait, Adam, because there's going to be a Thanksgiving sale on Steam. If you wait, that game's going to be $5 or less.
Is it on Steam?
It is on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on PS3 it's £11, which is about €14.
Yeah, if you wait.
No, sorry, 56 used from £3.
Nice.
Would it be £3?
I don't know. I'd prefer if you got like the PC version and could somehow mod it so it's like Ace Attorney.
Can you mod it?
I don't know. Can you? It seems like something that's ripe for modding, though. Like
objection.
Yeah. Press doubt. Objection.
There's 4 buttons now, and there's doubt and objection.
Yeah. He just hits it with a suitcase.
So the DLC includes. See, DLC for this game would be so simple. Here's a new case.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah,
it.
Yes, that's exactly what DLC was for that.
There you
game.
go. Adam, do you work for Rockstar?
Holy crap, Adam.
So there's the Broderick detective suits. Well, there's suits.
Oh yeah, but who cares about that?
But then here they go. There's the Naked City, which is the case. A Slip of the Tongue.
Suggestive.
Reefer Madness, yeah.
But Naked City's not suggestive.
No, I meant Naked City was.
Okay. You said it too late.
Both suggestive. There you go. Naked City and Slip of the Tongue.
I have to double check about.
This does sound like a process. Naked City, Slipping Tongues, Reefer Madness.
I still don't understand video cards. I've bought 2 in my lifetime.
2 video cards?
I still don't understand when it says video card system requirements. I don't know what I'm looking at.
You want me to tell you?
Okay, it says here, NVIDIA GeForce 8600 GT 512 megabytes.
And what do you have? I guarantee, if you can run XCOM, you can run...
I've got an NVIDIA 630 GT.
Yeah, I don't know. 630
yeah, I don't
doesn't
know
sound
either.
like a thing that exists. Is that what you have?
Yeah, hang on, let me think.
I don't know what a 630 is.
I can actually tell you because I have this little program that will do it. Okay,
well, I mean, Windows does it.
Yeah, I know. msconfig. msconfig, because I don't ever understand what I'm looking at. It's like, what does it mean 86 GT? What is that? That's a card. Great.
No, you're right. It's stupid. It should be easier, but it's not. I mean, if it's 8, you can run it. I promise you. Sure. At least with your video card can. I don't know how much RAM you have.
Surely there should be some like metric standard where it's like, oh, this is an 8.
There actually are websites out there where you punch in your stuff and you're like, oh, you can run this.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. My thing is a GeForce GT 630.
I have no idea what a 630 is.
Yeah. Is that, like, that's a smaller number than 8600?
Yes, it is. You're right. But wait, is NVIDIA what? 630?
GeForce.
630, that's it?
GT.
Yeah, the GT is what matters.
These all sound like razor blades to me.
What does the GT mean? So this one is
graphics technology.
So is the 630 GT stronger than the 8600 GT?
It is, but
logically, I don't think so.
I mean, logically, it's not. You're right, but I have a wait, NVIDIA, but is it HD?
GT.
Let me see what I have. Because I have a 780, which again is lower than 8800.
And that's a GT.
Yeah, I don't freaking know. GTX is what I have.
Ah, Gina, you got the... Oh, wait, okay.
So do you have a GTX?
No, gosh, no. Those things are a couple of hundred.
Well, I mean,
Also, I'd probably change my power supply if I went up to GTX. Okay, yeah, I can run it.
Jesus Christ.
We sound like the biggest group of idiots ever.
Yes, you two do. I was just calmly listening, going, okay, jump in now, go.
I looked up benchmarks, and the 8600 GT has got an average G3D mark of 257, and mine has got a 750.
It's bad that I know relatively what the deal is with computer parts, but I don't even know what a 630 is, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever heard that in my life.
And yours is what, a 680?
It's a 780 GTX.
And that's a huge one.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's got its own fan and everything.
Well, I mean, most cards do nowadays.
Mine doesn't. Mine's got a little heatsink.
So yours is a little older then.
Mine's quiet. Jesus, yours thing is 10 times as powerful as mine. And it costs... Wait, how much do you pay for it?
That was like 400.
Ooh, I think I built my entire computer on 400.
Yeah, I didn't.
All right.
That's where we stand. But whatever, I'm not going to get a PS4 until probably February. When Bloodborne comes out.
Are there mods for LA Noire?
I think there's a mod that unlocks the frame rate because it's locked to 30 frames.
There's a realism mod.
Well, I don't want that at all.
You're
taking the fun. You should call it the unfun mod. All right, Nathan.
Yeah, can't move on.
Oh, sorry. Hi. Hello.
Nathan, there's nothing else.
No.
Want to talk about.
Randy, what have you been playing? Please tell me more.
Well, I can talk about Final Fantasy VII some more because I finished it.
If you must.
Whatever. You liked our last conversation about Final Fantasy. No, you didn't. Who am I kidding?
I was polite about it.
Hey, whatever. I made it interesting.
Nice.
I explained to you why that scene that I described worked.
I forgot to reference this thing I saw on Twitter. It was about Sephiroth. So the whole thing you were talking about, where what's the character?
Sephiroth sucks.
No. What's the scene? The character that dies.
Well, don't spoil it.
That character that dies.
If we don't have to.
Oh my god! How old is this game? Come on.
Eris.
You could spoil the
Everyone.
lady, doesn't she?
Eris dies. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, do you know? So the scene is like when Sephiroth comes down and the whole.
And I said it was really dumb.
Yeah, but I saw this thing on Twitter. It was like a few bursts of that happening, and then when Cloud is holding Eris.
Please tell me it's Randy Orton.
No. It's Sephiroth just saying. Actually, it's about do you know the whole Gamergate thing where it's like it's about
gamer ethics.
Yeah, it's about gamer ethics, and it comes up in like the Final Fantasy type as well. Actually, it's about gamer ethics.
So now I want someone to make a GIF of Eris falling over and Randy Orton coming in and doing an RKO.
Oh god!
Her body falls from out of nowhere.
Those are still going strong. I'm
God,
proud.
I love it. Now they're adding all the other wrestlers now. Shawn Michaels, and Austin,
I've seen a few
Undertaker
Triple H
and stuff.
I've seen a Triple H.
Yeah,
here
it's
there.
great. It's so funny.
They keep playing
it never stops being funny. I don't know why.
It's great.
Anyways, you've seen those, right? You showed me. I'm pretty sure you actually enlightened me to that.
I introduced you to the entire roster. Well, I introduced you to the Randy Orton compilation, and then it spirals from there.
Oh god,
they're so good.
There's one where do you remember at the Olympics where a fella was going over the vaults, and you run up to it and you vault over and you do a flip, but the vault snapped when he was going up it, and he actually flew and landed in the judges' table. And somebody put the Dudley Boys coming in and giving him a speech.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah. Wrestling gifts. So I've also been playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. You may have heard of it.
Yeah, I'm more impressed that you're just loaded enough to play all these new games.
I'm not loaded.
Well, you're rolling in it a bit. Come on.
I mean, I took out loans for school.
Yeah, but that's not your money.
You're right.
He's like,
I don't understand.
I don't give a
I'm
fuck.
making a tactical error by...
You're making a huge error because you bought The Evil Within.
I did.
And you bought Shadow of Mordor.
I did.
Can you not?
And now you bought Advanced Warfare.
Can you not rent these games or something?
No, I told you cannot.
On a PlayStation?
Can't
I mean, you save money, but
I mean, you could rent. Yeah, I guess.
It's not as good as a PC.
I mean, I can't play Shadow. The Nemesis system isn't in the PS3 version of Shadow of Mordor.
It is, isn't it?
Do you have a job?
No.
So how can you take out a loan if you don't have income?
They're student loans.
You just take them out.
So you don't understand how dumb the American education system is that college is so expensive that they're like, okay, you can take out as much loans as you want to pay for it, including if you want to go over so you can help with the cost of living. But then no one is able to, because you have so much freaking debt, and no one is able to actually pay it off in a reasonable amount of time. So, but to be fair, my debt, this is the first loan I've taken out in a very, very, very long time. So I'm just doing it because I wanted to play some games. I needed some medicine, some psychological medicine. I'm burnt out.
And
you have to tell them what the money is for.
Nah.
No. I mean you go through the school to get the money. So the school says, "Hey, this guy needs some money for cost of living and to pay for his ridiculously expensive tuition
and video games."
And then
colleges are stupid.
And then the banks give the money to the college, and the college takes out its cut, and then whatever is left over, they give to you.
And what interest do you pay in them?
The banks?
The loan?
I have no idea. Whatever. I don't think there is interest on student loans.
Huh.
I could be freaking wrong.
I'm pretty sure there are.
There probably is. I don't know what the interest is.
You didn't check?
No, because they just you don't get a choice about what loan you take. You just. This is the loan offered to you. Do you want it or not? And like I said, I don't normally take them. This semester, I got way less money than I normally did. So it wasn't even a fact of, oh, I'm not going to have money for games. It was, oh, I'm not going to have enough money for food or gas. So it was like I have to take a loan out this semester.
All right. So you're in your last year, though, aren't you?
Yes. Well, sort of. I'll be done by August.
You want to go on to game design. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways. Game design or game development?
Oh, God.
Game design.
No, I want to know about this.
I know, but it's...
I'm not going to describe you the process.
I was like, oh, God.
Of game design.
I just feel bad for Randy, though, because we were like, oh, we're going to talk about Advanced Warfare, and he's getting... Adam getting angry.
No, Adam. I don't even think Adam's getting angry. He's fascinated.
I was joking.
It's a dumb process. I agree with you. It's really, really stupid. That, I mean, your college in Ireland is dirt cheap, right? It's not.
Yeah, it's cheap.
At least compared to $40,000 a year.
Yeah.
Ugh. What?
Yeah. I mean, that's not my school, but a lot of schools around here are 40,000, if not more than that. So it's a stupid, insane amount of money that no human being could actually pay for.
That's pretty funny.
Final question before we go back to Advanced Warfare.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
How's your project coming along that you want to present the game people for next year?
Well, the project itself has not started. The project is going to be a video review of The Evil Within, and that requires me playing more of it. So
maybe your video review could be this video. You could just a disclaimer. This video review is based on the first 2 hours of the Evil
There you
Within,
go.
so I could not play anymore.
I just couldn't do it.
I
played more than 3 hours or 2 hours or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I need to play more of it. I'm going to play more of it. I'm going to marathon it this weekend.
So Kevin Spacey
is all up in my face.
Right. So how is
with Advanced Warfare?
Yeah. How is that? How is that game?
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I've only played a little bit of it, and I'm going to play more after I play The Evil Within.
Now, have you played campaign or multiplayer?
So I started with the campaign because I don't have any friends playing. Just take that
super cut.
I have
no friends.
I don't have any friends playing Call of Duty right now, so it'll be less interesting to play multiplayer.
Yeah,
but
that's usually the case.
So I jumped into the campaign. As soon as Kevin Spacey walks down the screen, that man is a star. I said this to you guys. That man is a star. There's just something about him. This isn't even the real Kevin Spacey. It's digital Kevin Spacey, and he just eats it up. I don't know what it is, but it's brilliant. And yeah, but it's fun. There's a lot of cool little gadgets that with it being in the future, they can do stuff that doesn't exist because it's in the future.
Yeah.
So there are cool little grenades that you throw a grenade and it makes all the enemies that around the radius see through walls, and you can shoot them through the walls, and that's cool. And there are, like, I haven't seen this yet, but I've seen it in videos. little sound dampening devices where you put it down and it explodes, and everything caught in the explosion loses its sound, or the sound is muffled, so it makes stealth easier or whatever.
What?
Those are cool. I mean, it doesn't make any realistic sense, but it's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's like, fuck
it. Doesn't have to be. It's advanced. It's advanced warfare.
I guess, yeah. It's beyond my comprehension. It's too advanced for me right now.
I mean, this stuff's going to be redacted. I mean, this stuff's probably already developed. It's just they don't talk about it because it's top secret information.
But they talk about it to Call of Duty guys.
Yeah. They tell it to Call of Duty guys, and then they say, pretend this is fake.
Yeah.
You put a disclaimer up saying that this is fiction, or else we will come for you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I'm sure everyone has seen the picture going around with the pay respects thing. Press F
that is
to pay
my
respects.
favorite picture ever.
That is ridiculous.
It is so funny. It is just fucking
don't know
insane.
what they were thinking. Out of all of the hundreds, potentially thousands of people that touched that game in its development, no one said, hey, this might be the stupidest thing we've ever done.
I've seen millions of people making fun of this.
Oh,
and I
my
mean,
God.
like, just... Okay, so I showed a picture to my friend, and it's like, oh, you have to press F to pay respects. And I said, like, he didn't really understand, and he's like, so if you mean you don't press F, you, like, what, take a piss on the grave or something?
No, nothing happens.
Because I was like, no, it's just a way to continue the scene or something.
Yeah, you can't progress unless you do it, so... Why it's not just an automated thing? Or better yet, why doesn't it just pop up and say F? People could figure that out.
Yeah. I've seen, I was watching Conan play the game, and he's playing this scene.
Gamer.
Yeah, the Clueless Gamer, and he's always great. And it's like, it comes up like, press F to pay respects. And he's like, what the hell is this? What happens if I press S? Do I start hitting on the widow or something? Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's just so stupid.
Yeah, it's like, they can't trust him, the player, like... I would have preferred if that was a cutscene. It's like, no, it can't be a cutscene. We have to give them some kind of interactivity. What do we do? I don't know. Just press F. Okay, cool. Like,
I think Ace Combat
come on.
has one that beats it, which is at the end of the... As a video of this, because I don't freaking give a crap about Ace Combat, but at the end of the game, you're celebrating, and your friends or your pilots or co-pilots or whatever are going like, yeah, and raising their fists in the air, and then you have to press X or whatever to raise your fist in the air, which is great.
That's awesome.
But that's clearly a joke, right? There's no way that's serious.
Yeah.
Whereas Call of Duty has taken itself dead seriously. I mean, that's when you first see Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
You see him right before that, and then you talk to him immediately after. So it's really weird.
Yeah, it's just one of those strange things where, all right, player interactivity. As in, like you said, Nathan, just have us a cutscene.
Yeah.
No point. The only thing that can be done in that setting is to press F. That's all you can do. That's it.
So
you can wander around.
I think you can look.
Tiny circle.
Yeah.
I think you can look.
Which is the standard for Call of games, where you can kind of turn the camera like a small bit to look around.
I think you can walk around a little bit, but you can't leave that area until you do it.
Yeah, a little small circle where you're caved in.
Surrounded by generic soldiers.
It's like, you're taking part in the story. No, you're not. Just press F.
That's the one thing that Call of Duty needs to change, is that it is... I know a lot of people hate linear games. I'm not one of those guys. I'm fine with linearity. But Call of Duty just takes it to a freaking unbelievable extreme, to where it is just a hallway that you're running down that has explosions in it. And that is in full effect here. There is no... Was
it the Battlefield that had, like, press F to cut leg?
Yeah, Jesus.
Was that Battlefield?
It was, yeah. There's...
It's this strange things.
I'm trying to think of
if
other
that's
ones.
Not part of your gameplay mechanic, then just... have it in cutscene, you idiot.
There's actually one cool thing. Have you guys played... What is there? I don't even remember what it was called. Dead Space Extraction, I think, for the Wii.
Yeah, I played it.
Yeah.
So, spoilers for Dead Space Extraction, but near the end of the game, your arm gets pinned under like this metallic thing, and there's a monster chasing you. And in order to get out, you have to cut your arm off using the same melee attack that you've been using throughout the rest of the game. And I think that was actually pretty effective, because
that's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, because that's something that you're already doing, and I'm not sure if it tells you to do it. I don't remember.
I think like a reticle comes up where you can cut it.
A little red thing that says, But it was cool. It was a cool moment, because it's not like this. It's not a QuickTime event. It's something that you do already.
You figure it out based on what you already know about the game. Where it's like, you see this reticle around the place, and then you realize, oh, it's on your arm, so obviously that must mean I have to cut my arm off, But then
I hate QuickTime events to begin with.
Yeah. Have you guys ever played Homefront? Or that's the one, Homefront.
No, I haven't played it, but I know what you're going to talk about. I'm pretty sure. So go ahead.
Adam, you played Homefront, I'm guessing.
Nope.
Okay, so there's a scene in Homefront where it's like you have to hide from these helicopters that are trying to track you down, and you uncover this huge mass grave of bodies, and then it just comes up, press F to hide in mass grave.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? Like, this is the kind of thing where it's like, this should just automatically be a cutscene where it's just like, oh no, they're coming, quick, get under.
Or
no,
just
press
put
F.
a button prompt there. You don't need to say what it's going to do.
Yeah.
I can figure it out.
It's
or
just,
even better, design it so that it already looks like cover. So the player.
Well, yeah, that was another thing.
Oh,
just
I
have my character. I can move. My
Yeah.
character has the capability. I can move my character. Just let me move him into the grave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's stupid.
Like, it's a cool scene, and it's like, it's really shocking and
Is it
dramatic.
cool?
It's kind of like, whoa, this is a bit weird. You know, it's like, it's not the standard affair, I guess, but it was just like, I had to press F to do it. It just kind of detracts from the whole, whoa, this is kind of off the wall a bit, you know?
There's one time that a QuickTime event, I think, is the one time that I remember, and it's actually really recent in my mind, which is probably why I remember it, and that's Metal Gear Solid 4. Spoilers for Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh man, we're spoiling everything here. All the good games.
Near the end, when
yeah.
Snake is going through the hot area where his like exosuit's boiling off and stuff, and you have to just keep mashing the button to get him to crawl.
That's class.
And it's great because because you're doing it, and as you're doing it, you're getting tired. Your arm is getting super tired, and then you switch arms, and like that arm's getting tired. Like I don't know if I'm gonna do this. He's barely making it. It's so well done.
Yeah, and the progress gets slower and slower.
Yeah, because Snake is. I'm not even sure you can actually fail that thing, but it doesn't matter because you think you are.
Yeah.
And every time you slow down, it's like, oh, is that Snake or is that me? Am I going too slow? I gotta pick this up, and then your arm starts to hurt, and it. Yeah, that's the only time I can remember liking a QuickTime event. Other than that, I hate them. I hate them so much.
It's a bit of a throwback to MGS1 with the whole press the circle button.
That's okay. So I guess all torture sequences. There are no continues, my friend.
Yeah. If you know autofire, I'll know. He actually says that.
Yeah, but he doesn't. I've used autofire on that scene, and he doesn't know. At least not the one that I did.
I still enjoy QuickTime events in God of War.
I don't.
I think they're okay in that game.
Yeah, because
they're okay. Are there instant failure QuickTime events in God of War? Okay, then I'm fine with it.
They just kind of like throw you off.
Yeah, and then you can do it again.
The finishing maneuver QuickTime events, those ones I'm okay with.
Yeah, because you beat them up, and then you get to do the finish, which is this big epic yoke, and like, okay.
And if you fail it, you just fall off and have to do it again.
Fall off,
right?
and you gotta damage him a bit more to get to that.
Right. Okay.
And then if you mess it up again, he just dies. And you're like,
I remember Resident Evil 4 has the worst QuickTime events ever because they're just cutscenes that like, oh no, hey, now you gotta press these button. Oh, you didn't. You're dead. Watch the cutscene again. It's so dumb. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't need them. At the same time, while they don't bother me in God of War. I don't need them. I would have as much fun watching him do that cool thing without because really you're not actually playing. You're just hitting the button and watching him do the cool stuff.
But the thing about the buttons is that you feel like you are doing it. So it kind of works to some extent where it's like if you're pressing square and you're pressing like it brings me back to Bayonetta I was playing like 2 weeks ago. When you press square and you start hammering the buttons, the power up starts to go up, so it goes like 100, 200, 300, and then it starts to get really slow. So then you're really like furiously hammering the button, and once you hit it to like 800, you get more coins, and then you feel like, oh yeah, that was really good because that was me doing that. You know, it was kind of like you're challenged yourself because you have to get 800 to get more coins, and also your attack is much more powerful for Bayonetta. So it's like this kind of cool, like it works both ways. And I think God of War does something like that to some extent, where it's like if you keep pressing square, you can really kind of you get this really cool combo, or it looks more violent or whatever. Because I remember playing 3 and the Hercules boss fight at the end. I just remember that was so brutal because you're literally pounding this guy's face in. When you're pressing square, it's just.
But that's barely a QuickTime event.
Well,
I mean, it kind of is, but it's not.
Well, if you weren't there to press square, you know, nothing would happen. So I guess.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, though.
But if that was just a cutscene of it just zooming on his face and him punching it in slowly, and you had no impact.
Most QuickTime events are just cutscenes that stop when you hit a wrong button. That one's different. That one you're actually initiating his fists.
I guess those kind of ones where
when I'm picturing Kratos like fly around the big bosses in those games, I'm picturing just the cutscene playing, and then triangle. Okay, I press triangle. Now the cutscene keeps going. You know, that's the kind of QuickTime events I mean.
Okay, so you must love Heavy Rain, so.
No, no, I'm not even going to try to defend Heavy Rain. Okay. It has issues.
Anyways,
holy crap, does that game have issues?
If we can jump back to Advanced Warfare for a second.
Before that, another example of a QuickTime event.
Please tell me.
That I remember enjoying was in Batman Arkham City. And it's a quick little thing where this assassin pins you up against the wall right near this like control panel or whatever. And when she pulls her fist back to punch you, the little counter button or counter animation flashes above her head, so you know to hit the button to counter. And when you do, you move, and her fist hits the control panel, which opens the door. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's good.
Do you know at the start of Arkham City when you're captured by and then like you're being beaten up by the Penguin?
Yes.
Like what happens is you get punched in the face once and maybe twice, and then you can counter. But I remember watching a video where it's like, how many times can Bruce Wayne get punched in the face? So you didn't press triangle. Yeah, it just fucking keeps going. He's just getting wailed in the face. It's brilliant.
So I guess I should say Arkham City does it well too, because I really like that opening sequence when you're rocking in the chair, because you actually feel like you're rocking.
Yeah, that was great.
Over.
Where you tilt it to the right and then you fall over.
But like you said, the moment where you're getting punched by the Penguin, how do you counter that? You counter it with the counter button. It's the button that you're going to use to counter through the rest of the game. It's not. It doesn't feel like even though it is, kind of. It's not. It doesn't really feel.
It's more like
it's
more like an intuitive one. Where it's like it's teaching you how to play true QuickTime event. So.
Oh god, those Batman games, just really good.
Mm-hmm.
Just
all of them, definitely, especially City, and then
I like Asylum the best,
and then Origins.
I like Asylum the best, followed by City, followed by Origins. In the order that they came out is the ones that I like the most. Oh. Nate or Adam, did you ever get into those Batman games?
Nah.
What? That's mad.
They're great games, but not for me.
Just not a Batman guy.
Nope. X-Men. Men.
They should make. But that's the thing. I wish that there were better superhero licensed games out there, because it can be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. X-Men Legends was unreal.
The problem is that okay, so the good thing about Batman is that he's human. Like he can die.
Yes.
So that makes him perfect, because he's just a guy with loads of cool gadgets and loads of good training. So perfect. He's perfect.
You're absolutely right, and it also makes sense that the enemies are challenging because they're stronger than he is.
Yes.
Like that. Batman is the most perfect video game superhero.
Yeah, and when you think about who Batman has faced in comics, they're very human.
Who do you think is?
No, it's but
the Punisher.
Batman. The majority of games have you overpowered and mowing down people.
I don't know about the majority, but yeah, in Batman you are like that, and in the random thugs you mow them down. Yeah. You destroy them
because you're like a
but the
villains
wizard. In the game, Batman is much stronger than everybody because he kicks a lot.
But not the bosses. The bosses are intentionally overpowered because they have an advantage. Like every good show or comic book or whatever, Batman is facing. He's the underdog in those fights because, and it takes his wits to get out of it.
He has to learn to fight them, and then he comes up with an idea or a technique or something to beat them. So that's the way it usually works.
Every boss character is much stronger than you.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So
that's what I'm getting at, and that's why Batman makes a perfect video game hero, and whereas Superman does not, because he cannot die.
Superman is the worst superhero ever.
Superman just sucks.
Shittiest, most boring, dullest, lamest. Their movie together is going to suck. There's no point.
I don't know.
Existing.
Don't write it off just yet.
Yeah, it's just so stupid.
Okay, I remember.
Superman.
I remember seeing this thing.
You dumb fuck. Does Batman have kryptonite? No. Superman. Does Batman have kryptonite? Yes. Then Batman. Okay. Anybody in the world of kryptonite beats Superman. If you don't, you're fucked. Wow, that was.
Did Superman hurt you as a child? Did he do something to you? Because this is some pure venom spewing out here, man.
No, he's right. Superman is dumb. Superman is really dumb.
He's made back in the 1950s when America needed a hero.
He was made in 1939. Batman was made in 1940. They figured it out a year later.
That previous guy was shite.
Well, yeah, we need to do this again. But a whole bunch of people like this one. Well, they're idiots.
Well, the thing about Batman versus Superman is that Batman is like they figured him out. Well, okay, from the early Batman, it was kind of like it's very campy and cheesy. But then they kind of twisted it a bit and said, okay, let's kind of do something with this. And then they made it this really deep kind of character who has all these psychological issues and all these characters around him that reflect like different aspects of mental illness and stuff like that, which is absolutely ingenious, so clever. And the thing about Superman is that it's just Superman is, from what I've seen, I haven't, like, when I'm saying this, I barely read the comics, like, ever. I'm only basing this on, like, watching TV, like, you know, Batman.
I mean, no,
series.
that's true to life, though.
The Superman is just the same kind of white-collar guy. He just comes in, saves the day, and then leaves. With Batman, it's kind of this whole, you know...
White-collar?
White-collar. Blue-collar. I don't know. Is he? I don't know. He works in a... Yeah, what's the story with Batman? Does he, like, Superman? With Superman working, like, he works in print.
Superman's a journalist.
Yeah. Is he like a web journalist nowadays, or what? I don't know.
That's a good point.
He can't be working. Well, I don't know. They can't be working in the paper still.
Yeah, but no, he could be. He's in Metropolis. That's basically New York, and New York still has the New York Times, right?
Superman with his iPhone tweeting
40 years ago.
Well, right. No, well, I mean, but New York still has the New York Times. Therefore, the Metropolis, equivalent newspaper would still exist. Eventually, yeah, he's going to be
Superman, the investigative reporter. He has an iPhone, just video and everything. Boy, what a scoop!
Yeah,
he still talks in the really lame voice.
He's also the worst photojournalist ever because when anything starts to go down, he's like, "Oh, whoops, my battery's dying," and then he has to go turn into Superman. Yeah. But yeah, I wish that there were more. I wish there was a cooler action adventure X-Men game. Not just I love the X-Men Legend games too, but I would love to be like a regular third person camera sort of action game, but like the Batman games, only for X-Men or something like that, or even Iron Man or something cool. Like, basically none of the DC stuff, because I think all the DC characters other than Batman kind of suck. But
I was optimistic about X-Men Destiny.
But how did that turn out?
Yeah.
See, okay, the thing about like Batman is that like he's realistic to an extent where it's like someone possibly could be Batman somewhere. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of like it could happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's unlikely, but you're right. Yeah. There's nothing really stopping a billionaire from being a crazy person and dressing up like a bat and having all these. Yeah.
And I'd say
I don't want that.
The only real kind of I want to say realistic to some extent character in the Marvel universe would probably be Spider-Man, because he's just a guy.
What?
He's okay. Hear me out. He's just a guy who swings around on webs and stops crime, you know? But what I'm saying is, shut up, listen, I'm going somewhere with this. What I'm saying is that when you compare that to something like X-Men, where you have these guys who can destroy bridges with their minds and just do this all kind of crazy shit, and when you compare it to some guy who just shoots web around a city.
But the villains do that, to be clear.
Which?
There aren't...
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, the heroes in the X-Men also have the same kind of ridiculous overpowers where they could destroy things in, like, maybe Wolverine is the exception, but the Wolverine games
because Wolverine can't die.
But yeah, but what I'm saying is that like the X-Men mutants have these really insane powers that would be like, see, if you're playing a game and like, say you're what's the guy's name, Cyclops, and you just like you just mow down a guy with his Cyclops vision. You're like, well, actually, that should probably vision. I don't know, I don't read the comics, but you're just like, well, technically that should have done this. You know, that it opens us up this whole. I don't feel powerful enough as a superhero. That's what it would kind of open up. What I'm saying is that Spider-Man will be the one that's like, yeah, it makes sense. I'm not expecting Spider-Man to burst through a brick wall because he can, or destroy a bridge. Man. I mean,
Spider-Man's pretty freaking powerful.
I guess
you take Batman as a regular dude.
Yeah.
Put him against Spider-Man. Spider-Man has unlimited potential. He's got the.
That would be great.
Whenever he's in danger, he knows it, and he knows exactly how to avoid it. He's super strong. He can climb up walls, like flat surfaces.
Mm-hmm.
He can swing. He can shoot webs out of his wrists. Well, depending on what version.
Uh-huh.
And he swings around. You glossed over that like that's normal. Like, oh, he just swings around. Like,
but I mean,
my cousin Ned does that. It's
not.
Yeah.
That's how he gets me to school on time.
Yeah, he comes and picks me up and just grabs me under his left arm and then swings me off.
I meant it in like it's not like a destructive power kind of way. That's
I guess.
all right.
I understand what you're getting at.
So that was Advanced Warfare.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about it. It's pretty good so far. I haven't played that much of it. I will hopefully have played more of it next week.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm interested to see.
I'm not consumed by the evil within.
I was gonna say I'm interested to see
Call
how
of
you find
Duty's
the
campaigns aren't very long to begin with. So
yeah.
I cut you off twice. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I was just saying. I was like, I'll be interested to see if you dip your toe into multiplayer.
Oh yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah.
I mean, I paid for the freaking game. I'll jump in.
Okay. I'm interested here because what was the last one you played?
Last Call of Duty?
Yeah.
I got Black Ops 2. I didn't play the campaign of Black Ops 2.
Okay. So,
but I played a bunch of the multiplayer of it.
Hmm.
I barely ever touched. I played very, very little, like on a Steam free weekend of Modern Warfare 3.
Mm-hmm.
The last Call of Duty that I played relatively religiously was Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
And I loved the campaign of that game. I thought the multiplayer was great. But it's just been kind of not enough.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe with the addition of Kevin Spacey and the future setting and the mobility, like that's one thing. It actually adds quite a bit to it from what I can see is that you're able to dash, like a quick jet boost or whatever.
And yeah, I've seen you get
double jump.
Yeah, double jump, which is really
that's a big deal.
Really cool. It's like, wow,
yeah.
We're proper going old school with this. And I assume it's still in the multiplayer. And that's definitely...
Oh yeah, it is.
That's
it
really
is.
cool.
I haven't played it yet, but unless everyone is lying to me, unless the world is lying about the
Have you played Titanfall?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. What's the comparison there? Because I've seen
the comparison is that you're way more mobile in Titanfall. You can wall run. You can climb up walls in addition to jetpacking, and you're way faster.
Yeah.
Also, there are giant robots.
Nice.
And I actually think that's my least favorite part of Titanfall, because as soon as you get into that robot, which is cool, like it is a cool little scene, the robot will grab you and stuff it in its mouth, and now you're controlling it. It's cool, but it's slower. It's too big.
Yeah.
I can't get inside buildings.
So it kind of. So you mean like it kind of feels like that
they
moment.
take too long to die.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, does it feel like that moment in like a Call of Duty game where you unlock a kill streak and then you have to use the kill streak and you're kind of like, I don't really like this.
Yeah, I guess, but it's more. I mean, that is your kill streak. You have nothing else, and it's boring to me. I don't like. I'm not a big mech guy to begin with. I don't really like the idea of mech on mech combat. I think it's getting a little hot in here, don't you think?
Gears grinding everywhere. Gross.
Gross. Maybe to you. I don't know. But yeah, and that's one thing that's exciting to me about this multiplayer. If it's just Titan, if it's a slightly less mobile Titanfall with no robots, I might be in. You know. But whatever. But yeah, I'll have more to say about it. I'm sure.
Sounds good.
Have I been playing anything else? I'm the host, I guess. I was waiting for Adam to pick it up. I don't even think Adam's here anymore.
Yeah, he still has his feet up on the table and he's just chilling the beans, relaxing all cool. Yes. He's loving it. He's like,
all right. Is there any news anyone wants to talk about?
This one guy.
Adam's like, no, God, no.
Like, I haven't even bothered with gaming news in a while, and it's so much better.
I haven't. We talked about news quite a bit last week.
Yeah, I had a impromptu.
Is there anything else that let's give me one piece of news, Nathan. Go find one.
You want just one? I've got a huge bunch of news here.
The only bit of gaming news I take in.
Yeah, go on.
Literally, it's just like a big game comes out.
All right.
I watch a video review for it, like Sunset Overdrive, or
I have no interest in Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, I haven't. That game just came and went, didn't it? Like I haven't seen anyone.
All I do is I watch game trailers, video reviews.
Yeah, it came and went. It just came out 2 days ago.
Yeah, but I haven't seen anyone talk about it because like they're talking
no one
about
has an Xbox
Duty.
One.
Oh, okay. Controversial.
I actually don't.
Okay, so
in terms of like news and rumors, I ain't even bothered.
Well, that's why I'm here for you, Adam. That's my
Hughes
role.
News.
Hughes News. That's right. Yeah, in case you weren't here last week, Adam, so we decided, I'm going to grab some news every so often and we'll have a wee chat about it. And actually this week's, like last week, there's a fair bit of news coming out. Okay, so
I'll give you 2 that we will talk about because we still have Steam reviews.
Oh, we do. Okay, I'll blast through this real quick. Okay, so last week we said Valkyria Chronicles is coming out on Steam. It's dated for November 2014, so look for it this month.
That's a game that I'm.
We were saying
you should check it out.
You did play it?
Yeah.
I haven't, but I always want to.
Yeah, that was the thing. We were talking about it. You would, especially with your recent love of XCOM, you might be all over this.
My recent love of XCOM was about from a year and a half.
Yeah, your recent.
That's recent enough.
Your recent, super prolonged love of XCOM.
All right, so
a year and a half in relation to the rest of your life is pretty recent.
Yeah, true.
Moving on is the news that Prey 2 has officially been cancelled. And that is a bit sad, because I was interested in it.
It looked cool.
It looked very cool. Cool trailer. Bit of Johnny Cash.
Like Blade Runner.
There. Yeah, Blade Runner. Very cool. But, I think it was up in the air for a while because...
But my other reaction, of course it is.
Yeah, because it's been so long since we...
So long.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's
I had no idea what that game was.
That's the thing, because...
They had that one trailer.
Yeah. I think it was meant to be like an open world sci-fi bounty hunter game, which is kind of cool.
God, it sounded so freaking cool.
Anyways, moving on, a few more pieces of news. YouTube has rolled out 60 frames per second support, which I am very ecstatic about because I've seen some games come out that have uploaded it in like 60 FPS, 1080. And yeah, like you get to really kind of see what a game looks like.
As someone that only has a certain amount of hard drive space,
yes,
I can guarantee you that I will not be taking advantage of this 60 frames. Not to mention my upload speed is balls. So guess what, guys? I hope you like 30 frames per second because that's what you're going to keep getting.
But for everyone else with huge, massive hard drives, unlike Randy,
and
I'm
super
sure
fast upload speed.
Yeah, those two. You can be sure to find some cool 60 frame per second videos. I watched Batman Arkham City in 60 frame per second, and yeah, it's really cool. I watched Mirror's Edge as well, and I was like, that was a bit too much. So I had to turn it down.
Adam.
It looks weird to me.
Why?
It looks really slow.
What?
Huh?
Surely it'd look opposite of slow.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
All right.
Well, when you're doing 30,
right,
you're seeing less, so your mind is filling in the blanks. Well, you don't fill in many blanks. When 60, there's an awful lot there jam-packed in.
Wait, so
it's
you don't play
smoother,
games that are 60 frames per second?
I probably do, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
All right,
cool.
Moving on.
The thing is, like 60 frames per second. Oh, I played Half-Life at 120.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But I don't know.
Was that not too slow?
It's just when a game. I don't know. Like The Last of Us was 30. Most games on the PS3 during the end of its life cycle were 30.
Yes. Okay, I agree. I agree with you to some extent. Where like maybe not slow. I wouldn't agree. It looks slow, but it looks weird for some games. Definitely.
Well, I mean, I'm a guy that's been playing 60 frames per second for quite some time with my computer. Like, this is not. I don't know. But I'm also not a guy that gives a crap. If it's 30 frames per second, who cares? It still looks good.
For me, it's kind of seeing a video and going, oh, that looks nice. Like, it looks cooler, I think, to some extent.
But that's double the freaking space. That's double the amount of frames you need to render. Like, that sucks. I can't. It's not that my computer can't handle it, but my upload speed, I'll be uploading freaking for years before a video goes up.
Right.
Obviously, it's a little bit of an exaggeration, but days.
Yeah.
And that's not.
So, yeah. Anyways, 60 frames per second YouTube videos, it's there. Take it or leave it. I don't care. Moving on. Just Cause 3 had some screenshots leaked, which is very cool. But the bit of a worrying thing is that people are suggesting that there's some kind of microtransaction element involved.
Oh.
And Square Enix.
They saw my video. And went, you know what? That was a good game we made.
And he's talking about Just Cause, yeah.
Man, they really got on the ball then. Holy crap. When did that video come out?
Did some concept art last week.
Holy, darn. Good job, guys.
So, I don't really know what to say, because it's just like it's stupid. It's the whole black market thing, where it's like you could order cars and shit like that in 2. You could just phone up this guy.
That sucks.
And apparently you might have to pay for it to get it specific. I don't know, maybe to unlock it or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, because it's not clear, because it's just a screenshot. But people are suggesting that you might have. It might be microtransactions involved. Apart from that, the game looks a bit more. It's not as colorful. Just from the second screenshot I'm looking at, it's not as colorful. It's more like. Remember that Just Cause 2 is really bright, popping, this is kind of really... Popping, man. Colors popping everywhere. This is really realistic looking, which isn't a bad thing, I guess, but it's Just Cause 2, so...
Well, I mean, realistic looking doesn't necessarily mean it has to not have color.
Well, it's more kind of... It's more like a movie kind of looking. It's kind of cinematic looking more than...
So, less saturated colors? Or over... I don't freaking know what that... Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I know what you're getting at. I'm sure everyone does.
Yeah. It's more orangey than, orangey, blue,
it's
filtered.
More Gears of War, less
No. Not even that much. Like, yeah, Magic Gears of War, but with a bit more color. A tiny bit more color from them. It's so very hard to describe 3. A screenshot, people. Holy crap.
Is there any chance that screenshot was taken when the sun was going down?
Yes.
So...
Yeah, like I said, just wait.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean there's not going to be color. It just means who knows? Until we see what the game looks like, we don't know.
All right. So last bit of news. This came. I think
Hughes news.
Last bit of Hughes news is that okay. So it came out that GTA 5 is coming out. It's coming out. Everyone knows this on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC. It's confirmed. 30 frames per second, 1080p on the consoles, and it can go up to 4K on PC. However, the cool thing is that all these versions get a cool first-person mode, which
is crazy.
I've seen videos of it, and it looks absolutely amazing. It looks so cool.
It looks like the way to play it.
It looks fantastic. I can't even fathom. I thought it, because when I heard they might have a first-person mode, I was thinking, that's going to look stupid, because it's just going to be.
Well, yeah, it's just going to be the shoehorned camera.
Yeah, the camera just
zoomed
moves.
in. Yeah,
but they apparently have added thousands of animations. You can see their hands and stuff when they get in the cars. You can see little details.
It looks like Far Cry or something. Far Cry.
Yes, exactly. Far Cry just absolutely turned up in detail, and I the only thing I think looks weird about it is when you're driving. Driving looks super scary, because it's just so
in first person.
It's so fast, and just you're going around corners and police cars flying at you, holy shit.
It's like real driving.
Yeah, I know, man. It's
That's how I get to school every day. Outrun the police.
Yeah.
Popo.
So what I was excited about this is that since it's coming to PC, this definitely will lead to people playing this with the Oculus. And
I didn't think about that.
You don't think?
I didn't think about that.
Oh, okay. I was saying that someone could hack into it easy enough and just be like, hey, it's Oculus enabled now. And I think that would be absolutely phenomenal, because just people say Alien Isolation, they hacked that and they made that Oculus.
I thought it had Oculus Rift support, because they were showing Oculus Rift at E3 with Alien Isolation.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. They did, and then they kind of just said, no, we're not doing it anymore. They just dropped it for whatever reason.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I had to do an essay on an entrepreneur, so I picked the guy who'd make the Oculus Rift. Yeah, it's a very, very interesting guy. What's his name? Palmer Lucky. I keep calling him Lucky Palmer, because that's just the way my brain works. It
sounds like a drink.
Hold on, let me check it.
We'll take 2 Lucky Palmers.
Yeah, so I had to do a report on him. And
Arnold Palmer is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's exactly what... Yeah, because I was like, Lucky Palmer, and I was like, Arnold Palmer, right? His first name's Lucky. It's like, no, it's Palmer Lucky. Yeah, very interesting guy, and I'm excited for. The Oculus is still not on the consumer market yet, which is mad when you think
it's going to be a while.
Because
they can't get the price where they need it to be for that thing, and also it's not done.
It's
for
still
a while,
being
people were getting motion sick
upgraded,
because of the latency.
Yeah, the latency is an issue, but
they're adding hand tracking and head tracking and all that stuff.
I've seen audio tracking as well, which is really cool. Which I think is probably the coolest. Because you can imagine when you're looking at a stereo and you turn your head to the left, and then it gets quieter.
Yeah,
that's pretty neat. So yeah, that's about wraps it up for Hughes news. Some
Hughes news.
Hughes news. Thank you, Randy, for that. Oh yeah, also this is a bit of an impromptu one because it just came out. So actually two impromptu ones. So Bethesda earlier on trademarked this game, whatever, called Fallout Shadow of Boston. Turns out that is completely fake, and they don't know what is going on with that, and it's nothing to do with Bethesda. So there is no new Fallout game coming called
fan game.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Or animated movie.
It was just trademarked, and then they just said, "Oh, we don't know what that is." So.
Does that not sound like the title of an anime movie?
Oh,
animated
totally
movie.
Yeah, I gotta say, have you ever seen any Fallout fan videos?
No.
Well, they're pretty excellent because they're just
right.
they just put a lot of work into them. And the other thing that came out, I just retweeted it there, is that Majora's Mask 3D is coming out.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that is pretty cool because I think Elle was raving for she wanted a remake, was it? I can't remember.
I have no idea, but now I can play it.
Yeah.
And I can tell her why it sucks.
In 3D.
In 3 dimensions, which I will probably have off because I don't care about 3D.
And yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Nathan.
You're very welcome.
So I'm gonna leave the call up to you guys. We've been going for an hour and a freaking half almost. So should we do Steam reviews or should we wait until next week?
I got him right here. So it's up to you guys.
Guess it's up to Adam.
We'll use them next week. We should start the show next week with Steam.
Start the show.
Last week.
Start the show with the showstoppers. What you're telling me?
Yeah, that was good.
All right, we can do that. That sounds good. Is there any games coming out that we want to predict real quick?
Probably. I'm being honest.
What's a week from? What's
Assassin's Creed Unity?
Is Assassin's Creed Unity coming out next week?
I'm pretty sure. Hold on. I think it's the 14th.
Gosh darn it.
We are so prepared. Yeah, it's November 11th.
We're prepared.
So
a week from yesterday.
Yes. Okay.
That will be the game we predict. I will start with Adam because he hasn't been here in a while. Adam, what do you think the score?
87.
Ooh. It's pretty high.
Yeah, I don't think it should, but...
You haven't played the game.
I know.
But you're right.
Yeah.
Nathan.
I am going to say 83. And I will also say what the reviewers will say. Basically, they will say Assassin's Creed Unity is a bold step forward for Assassin's Creed series. However, I'm trying to think what can hold it back. Something about the missions.
Due to repetitive
missions. Yeah, the
design.
missions will hold it back. There you go.
And the lack of communication between all 4 people in the co-op.
Oh, is that real? You can't...
I don't have a fucking clue.
I see. You guys... I was kind of right in the middle of you guys. I don't want to... You know what? I'll just go right in the 85.
Right,
I'll just do it. So, I don't know who wins if it gets an 86 or an 84, but...
But why do you think it'll be an 80?
Well, because I was actually going to disagree. I'm going to say that the reason it's going to be solid, but people aren't going to think it's enough of a change. They're going to think the co-op missions are cool, and that some of the set pieces are great, but you're still just assassinating. Mm-hmm. That's what I think is going to happen. Because I don't know. It looks really nice too, and I think that's going to.
Great.
Anyway, I guess that's going to do it for this edition of the Unidentified. We're going to be double digits next week.
Oh, man. It's a 10th birthday.
I might have a drink.
You were going to have a drink anyway.
I was going to just have a drink because it's a Wednesday.
Yeah. You might have a drink. It's unrelated to the podcast, but you might have a drink. Isn't that right, Dusty? That's my dog. My dog wants to say hi. But he doesn't bark, so he's not going to. Anyway, that's going to do it. Thank you, Nathan, for coming by and doing the news and stuff.
Yep, you're very welcome.
And talking with us. Yep. Thank you, Adam, the returning champion. Thank you. Not the returning Steam Reviews champion, but the returning guy. You're returning.
Yep.
And thank you, Randy. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And we will see you next week. I love you so much. That's our fan still.
He's still here.
Still here. He's been following us.
That's commitment.